What's up? We're back on an episode of Homegrown Hustle Live here at the Lakes Area Expo. I'm Matt Eichman here with Samantha Peluso, Wright. How you doing this morning?
I am doing fantastic, feeling magical because I'm wearing abracadabra socks.
And you got these shiny, show the camera. Let's show those. Yeah, look at those bad boys. Those are so nice. And she's got some Carl socks under there, a little abracadabra action.
Yeah.
So Samantha is a very busy woman. She's a connector. I really appreciate you taking a little time out of your weekend here and coming out here. Tell me a little bit about Lead. We're going to talk about that here today.
Sure.
I love it.
Yeah. So I network a lot. Everybody knows me for my networking. And a few years ago, I had a lot of people come to me and say, you know what, I really like this group or I like this group, but this is what I need in my life right now. So whether it was a lower time commitment, lower fees, because, you know, not everybody has $1,000 or $2,000 to start up in a networking business or group. And they need more education. They need more support. So I had connected with Kristen Gallatin. She's absolutely fantastic with education. She has had a lot of leadership experience through both corporate and small business. So we put that along with my networking skills that I've been doing for well over a decade. And in 2022, we launched Lead Network Professionals, which Lead stands for Lead, Empower, Adapt, and Drive Your Business Forward.
It's awesome.
Yes.
It's a very powerful organization.
Yeah, so we do a lot of different things, but we really adapt to the small business community with smaller pods where you only have to meet once a month, but you have the opportunity to come to all of our other networking events, whether it's expert-led masterminds, workshops, happy hours,
That's
speed
amazing.
networking events. Yeah.
Happy hours.
Yeah.
And this is all over the Twin Cities, or
I am literally all over the Twin Cities. Yeah. So we
flying around.
Right. So I actually live up here near Forest Lake.
Okay.
But we're usually around the Blaine, Coon Rapids area.
Okay.
We've had people reach out and say, hey, can you do this in St. Louis Park?
You've done one at Abracadabra headquarters.
Yeah,
I know that.
yeah.
So this is in addition to your full-time job.
This
right?
is in addition to my
So
full-time job.
Let's touch on that a little bit. So
Sure.
let's talk about that.
So I have been with Garage Doors Plus for about 5 years now, and I'm very proud that it's grown so well over, especially during the pandemic. But that's what I do full time. I'm a Garage Doors Plus girl.
And what does Garage Doors Plus do?
Garage
The
Doors.
name is- yeah,
Yep.
right.
And yes, we do everything garage doors.
Okay. And you're just out creating connections so that you can
Right.
so that you can be a resource to serve when a garage door breaks or somebody's building, right? So
Right.
what's like the majority of customers that come to you, like is it a problem or is it some other type of transaction? Like what's the book of business?
So because we do everything garage doors, we might have a FedEx truck hit a garage door and we have to replace the panels, replace the whole door. We might have a broken spring or broken cable where somebody can't get out of their garage. We try to do same day service. So
And it's like the biggest moving part in your
right.
And some people don't know like the little handle thing that you can pull. Like, so we've gone to customers' houses and they're like stuck in their garage and we help them get out. But it can kind of mess the day up a little bit, especially when it's cold. It can
definitely mess the day.
Okay, back to Lead. So you started Lead to create a platform where people can come together in different areas, right? Multiple different times a day and purposes of the meeting. So why don't we do a little commercial about like speak to this camera right here and let's talk about why, like who joins Lead and what they would get from joining.
Sure. The people that join Lead are small business owners, solopreneurs that really need to get that personal development side and the business development side of things. It's not just giving a pitch, which pitches are great. There's a lot of information that can be given to the community that way, but it's more about diving into your challenges and saying, hey, this is what I'm dealing with in my business. How can I overcome it? And then we bring in experts to talk about that.
So who was the last expert that you had come in?
We've actually been doing panels of experts.
Word.
Right. So we've had a lot. And between, oh my gosh, I can't even say how many events that we've had in this year alone. So I lost count.
So how does somebody sign up then?
So we have our website, which is leadnetwork.pro. You can also reach out to myself or Kristen Gallatin. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Just at Lead Networking?
Leadnetwork.pro.
Leadnetwork.pro. Okay, so that is a lot to juggle. Like, how do you juggle it all?
How do I juggle it? I keep a very tight schedule.
Tell me. And like time blocking, or like how do you?
Yes.
Okay. So
time
have you always done that, or is that something you've had to learn?
I did not always do it, but I had to learn it over time because I'm so busy. Because my kids are older now, but being a mom and juggling all of that is a lot of work. So I have to be able to focus. I have to time block.
Okay. So walk me through like a day for you then.
Sure. So each day has different structure. Mondays are usually an office day where I'm reaching out to people and I'm talking to them, following up. Tuesdays are literally I'm networking from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. And
just getting after it.
Right. And yes, getting after it. Wednesdays are usually a good mix of visiting new people, new groups, because I do visit a lot of networking groups in the Twin Cities. Thursdays are usually my day to explore new options. And then Fridays is a cleanup day.
So you kind of have like these themes for your day, and it allows you to then put events and activities in there. I've run a similar type of time blocking schedule like yourself. I'm really busy, but I bucked it so hard at first. I thought like I could just do this big fluid thing and I could just make it happen. But the amount of like energy I lost from having to juggle it all, like something was falling through the cracks. Like now when it's on my calendar, just gets done. Because the time is the time. Like we all have the same amount of time. So if we can control our focus in that time, that's where it becomes really powerful. Right. And then that theme concept, it allows you to think about it easier because there's so many different things you could do. You could go overboard with it.
Right.
So like, are there any like pieces of advice you would give to somebody who like wants to time block or needs to time block because they keep messing stuff up? Like what type of advice would you give to somebody in that?
The biggest thing that has helped me, because I'm also a social media influencer and I'm not just a Minnesota girl. I'm national because I'm not from here.
Yeah.
Turn off your phone. That is
turn it off.
I keep my phone on do not disturb the majority of the time unless I'm expecting a very important phone call, because everybody knows that leave a message, she will get back to you.
And then you just make it happen.
Then I make it happen. I will block out time for social media too.
But that distraction to like when somebody pulls your attention because you get like a notification. Right. I've been there. It's so simple, but people don't do it. Right. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about Garage Doors Plus, right?
Right.
How long has it been in business?
Sure.
You've been with them for 5 years, you
5
said.
years.
And have you been in that role that you're in currently, business development?
Yes, I've worn a lot of hats because as a small business, you wear a lot of hats. And I like to say we came from a little hole in the wall up in East Bethel, but we're down in Blaine now next to the National Sports Center. And we've been in business since 2013. We serve the entire Twin Cities area. Sometimes we will go outside of that depending on the job or what is needed. But we literally do everything garage
Residential,
doors.
commercial, HOAs, all that.
HOAs, property management.
Okay.
Also storage units because they have garage doors too.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
I never would have thought about that, but they do. Okay. So the activities you had in your day-to-day, is that what prompted the, like,
lead?
Is part of that like led into lead? That's kind of funny.
Right. Yes. It led into lead. Yes. So it did because I network full time, but I also, it wasn't me reaching out to people to do market research at first. It was more people are coming to me because they feel that they can talk to me and this is what they need.
Why did people feel that way?
Well, because they had been part of more formal networking groups and they said, you know what, this just isn't for me. This is what these are the things that I need.
So many rules.
Not only rules, but especially guys in construction because.
Yeah, they're not making,
right. They don't have the time to do it every single week.
They have enough time to drink a Mountain Dew in the morning and then get to work.
Right. So once a month is a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay. So, and those are the people that you were trying to network with and interact with.
Yes, I love the trades just because it's so easy for me to talk to them because I'm already doing it every day. But yeah, I love them and they're a great resource for our community.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can't do that stuff. Like I can do pest control, we got that down pretty good, but when it comes to like garage doors or plumbing or all that, like those subject matter experts is really what people need to solve problems the fastest in the best way.
Right.
So it's just like a transfer of energy. You obviously you have to pay for that. So anyway, so your goals were to create this new platform because something was lacking. People came to you, and then you mentioned you also had a partner, right?
I do.
Okay, so like, was it a conversation between you two that was like, you know what, we're gonna do this, or like, why did you like bring me to that moment? I guess when you're like, yeah, we're like, this is a thing. I'm gonna become a social media influencer right quick and just like make this happen. Like,
so the social media influencer is a little bit different because it's completely different from business altogether. It's outdoor survival skills.
We can't breeze. We can't just breeze over that. So okay, answer the first question first, and then we'll.
So Kristen had been a president of another networking not organization, but a group that was owned by an organization, and she had been doing all of these things, and she was thinking, you know what, I'm not getting anything from this. Maybe I should go out on my own and do it. And she was thinking that while I was in the car driving somewhere across the country, and just had it in my head. That's when I do my thinking, is when I'm driving. And I said, you know what? Why don't we create something that adds so much value for local business owners? Because I have these people coming to me and saying, this is what I need. And it's a need that's not filled. I mean, we don't have to replace your networking group. We can be a supplement to it, because we do provide a lot more.
There's a problem and you fixed it.
That's it.
I love that. Okay. And then, so she calls you?
No, I called her.
You called her.
I said, Kristen, you know what? Why don't we get together and why don't we do this?
You're on the same wavelength?
We are totally on the same. Yes, which is, I mean, she's
Did it
she's
give
very,
you like the goosebumps when you?
It did.
Yeah.
She's very conservative and soft, and I am kind of loud and in your face. I'm a loud Italian, so.
Yeah, you mentioned hand talking.
Yeah, I do. So it plays really well because she's fantastic with the education, and I've got the networking piece down. I literally network full time all over the cities. So it's like a
dynamic duo.
Yeah.
So anyone that wants to get a hold of you or join Lead, you're on all those different platforms, obviously, well networked. I want to touch on this social media influencer thing really quick, and like, we're just gonna buzz that in the side. Yeah. Like I'm doing all this stuff, but then I like, by the way, got this other thing. Like, tell me about that.
So I've always been outdoorsy. I grew up getting dirty outside. I'm really big in touching trees and putting your feet in the, So I also saw a need during the pandemic, and I had guys, the majority of my followers are men, and they had come to me and said, you know what, all of these ideas are fantastic for backcountry cooking. There are a lot of cookbooks out there, but they have these crazy ingredients, and we're not putting those in our backpack.
I don't even know what this is.
Okay. So I don't even know what this is. So could you create something simple since you're already doing it on social media? And I'm like, I've got you. So I
started like make food?
I cook. I love to cook. So why not do it on a campfire? Why not go and play in the sticks?
What's the platform that you're on?
It's Instagram. It's only Instagram, and it's under Sammy Peluso.
Okay.
It is not.
It's not like I cook fancy meals outside.com.
It's not professional. Okay. It's not business related at all.
Okay.
So it's fun.
We'll leave it at that.
It's very appropriate. Even children could look or watch it. But yeah.
Not OnlyFans.
No. Nothing like that.
All right. Amazing. You have so many things going on. We're kind of cutting it towards the end here. Anything else you want to say to the audience or anyone that might be thinking about joining Lead?
Sure. So yes, I will say that we are growing groups right now all across the Twin Cities. And I will say that if you are wanting to start a group, it's free membership if you are starting the group. So we're not asking you to do anything extra, but we want you to join. Obviously, there is a membership fee and it is a low cost. But if you are running the group, then we're not going to charge you.
And can people just come check it out too?
Absolutely. Come check us out. We've got a lot of great things going on, and we're going to do some small expos too.
Awesome. Well, I'm really looking forward to it. We love Lead. We've been part of it since we really moved up here to Forest Lake. So thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I really appreciate it. You're doing amazing things with Lead. Looking forward to seeing it grow and everything you do in your future.
Okay.
Thanks again. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Oh, got a question. I always do this.
Yeah.
What does hustle mean to you in terms of business?
Fantastic
what does that
question.
mean? Because I feel like you, like in my mind, kind of define hustler. Like you got you're working a lot of angles. Right.
Right.
You're there's a lot of action happening.
Right.
But Like, what does that word mean to you?
So that is great. And I love that you brought that up because we talked about vision and you were the speaker. You were the expert speaker for that. And the main thing that you brought to my attention was focus. It's not necessarily about vision. It's about focus. So focus on what it is that you need to do and do not stop until you reach your goal. Don't stop. Just keep going.
Laser focus and keep going is the important part,
right?
Like, because you're gonna hit stuff and it's not gonna go right. You're gonna put too much on your schedule, but like persevering through that, like,
right.
I love that. Fantastic. Thank you so much again for your time. Appreciate you coming on the Homegrown Hustle.
Thanks again for joining us on Homegrown Hustle. Our local business community thrives because of the brilliant leaders right here in our backyard. And it's been an absolute privilege to provide them with a platform to share their invaluable expertise. Stay tuned for more insight, wisdom, and inspiration from our local business champions. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us on your favorite podcast platform. Together, we'll continue to nurture and expand our homegrown success stories. Matt Eichmann signing off until our next insightful episode.